What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Power Book 3 Raising Kanan video. Now, this is going to be the review and recap for Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 10, the finale. If you're a fan of Power, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, you get them. Now, this was a solid episode, but it wasn't my favorite Power finale of all time. I've had Power finales that I enjoyed a lot more than this one. I even liked the Power Book 2 Ghost finale more than I did this one. And then I liked Power Season 1, 2, and 3 finales more than this one. Those are my favorite finales ever. But this one was still cool, it wasn't bad. Now when the episode first starts, we see Kanan running away from the scene where Howard got shot, and we see this crackhead dude smoking his crack, and he sees what's going on, but you know, he's too damn high to remember anything. We see Kanan unloading the gun, he's throwing the gun in the river and stuff, and Scrappy picks Kanan up, and he's wondering where Marvin is at, because that's who was supposed to scoop him up. And it's Scrappy, man. Scrappy's with a new look. You know, he only has one eye, he has the eye patch and shit. They're trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Scrappy is driving and Kanan's freaking out. You know, they're looking around. It's hot out there. Cops are everywhere. Then Rock is at church with her mom, and they're sitting down with a group of people. And these people are saying that it's nice that Rock showed her face. You know, she doesn't show her face often around there. And one of the guys says, "I forgot your son's name." And they're talking about Kanan. And then she has to go, you know, she gets a page, so she has to get out of there. Then Scrappy and Kanan, they park somewhere and they meet up with Marvin. They give Marvin the jacket so he can do what he has to do with it, and then he gets up out of there. Then Kanan and Scrappy, they get out of there too. They're trying to find a place to go, and you know, Scrappy gets on the payphone. Then we see the hospital, and we see Jessica and Famous waiting in the waiting room. They're there to see Lou, and they're rushing Detective Howard in. And Famous is like, yo, that's that cop. You know, he knows Detective Howard because he's always harassing them and stuff. They're rushing Howard to a room, and they're trying to save him the best that they can, but he's bleeding out bad. Then we see these cops questioning the crackhead. He's saying that he doesn't really remember everything because he's high as hell, and he said the person was wearing that jacket with the words on it. Then Lou is looking out the window of his hospital room, and he sees cops and stuff. Famous and Jessica come in there, and Famous tells him that Howard just got shot. He came in, you know, on the stretcher bleeding like he was gonna die. And Lou's like, damn, you know, he's getting dressed and everything. He's trying to get out of there because he instantly thinks Rock had something to do with it. Then Scrappy's dropping Kanan off, and they meet up with Rock. Rock comes to the window, and she's trying to tell Scrappy what she wants him to do. And he's like, yo, I need to go clean up everything, clean the car and stuff. I need this shit spick and span. And he tells her that this is what needs to be done. And then she's like, yo, yeah, you're right. Go do what you need to do, and then get to the house. So she's walking up to the house with Kanan. They're at Lou's house. And, you know, Kanan wants to know why they're there. And she says because they're not going to look at a crime scene that they already checked. And then Kanan forgot the clothes and stuff that she gave him inside of Scrappy's car. Of course he did, because Kanan is always messing up. He's at the stage in his life right now where he's always messing up. Every chance he gets, he's going to mess something up. Now we see Rock in the house cleaning up Kanan, wiping him off and stuff. And, you know, she has a toothbrush and she's really cleaning him off. And then she says, did you do what I said? 2 to the chest and 1 to the head. And Kanan says 2, 3, I don't know. And she said, come on, Kanan, there's a big difference. 2 or 3, which one is it? And he said, I don't really remember right now. So Kanan messed up. You know, he's just too scared to tell Rock exactly how many shots he fired because he doesn't want Rock to yell at him. You know, she was specific with the instructions and he messed it up big time. Now we see Burke at the hospital, and we see a new captain. You know, he says that Captain Peralta is gone. they didn't like the way he was doing things, so they sent another captain to get things done. And they're trying to figure out what's going on with Howard. He's talking to Burke, and he says that, Howard is going to be doing surgery, and they don't know if he's going to live, but they're doing everything they can. And then he calls Burke over where nobody can hear him, and he tells Burke that Howard has leukemia, and she had no idea because, she said Howard doesn't tell her nothing. But Burke is on it. She wants to find out who did this to Howard. She asked the new captain if she can take Garcia, and he says yeah. So, she gets Garcia and they go. Now next we see Warrell come talk to Unique. And Unique's like, yo, what's going on? And Warrell tells him that Howard got popped. And he said there's a lot of talk out on the streets, including some about you. And Unique instantly got mad. He's like, yo, get out of here with that. He said people know that my work and everything is out on the street. He said, what am I gonna benefit from shooting a cop? Hell no, man, get out of here with that. He's mad as hell, and he is not trying to hear it. And he's like, I bet Rock had something to do with this. She said I wasn't gonna see anything coming. So he figures Rock is the one that popped Howard or had somebody do it, just to set Unique up. And he ain't wrong at all. He put two and two together. Now next we see Juliana. She's looking out the window at the store and things are hot. There's police everywhere. Rock comes in with Kanan. They're hiding him in the back. And Rock is telling Juliana what to say and only to give the tape to the cops if they ask for it. And Rock tells Kanan that Marvin is gonna come pick him up whenever he has time. And she said, look, I'm happy you did this for me. I appreciate it. I asked you to do it and you didn't hesitate. Then we see cops, patting everybody down, trying to bust everybody because they want answers. Then we see Marvin, coming in with his little uniform on, saying that somebody reported a gas leak, and dude is not trying to let him up. And Marvin's like, okay, but you gotta sign this sheet. If you sign this sheet, then everything's gonna be okay. Then I won't have to go up. So what's it gonna be? And dude's like, man, just be quick. How long you gonna be? And Marvin said, 10 minutes unless I find something. So Marvin goes upstairs and he's making his way into Unique's room. Now we see the captain talking to the doctor, and the doctor saying he's gonna do whatever he can, to make sure that Howard lives. Everybody's just waiting around. They want to know if Detective Howard is gonna live or die. And he has the support of the whole precinct there in the hospital with them. Now next, we see Unique's baby mama with his kid, and she's walking up. And he's making a plan to get up out of there with his son and his baby mama. Then Marvin's in the room and he's looking around. There's toys everywhere because of his kid. And Marvin finally looks in the closet, and that's where he puts the jacket. And then as he's leaving, Unique is coming up the elevator with his kid and stuff. And Marvin hurries up and goes out the door with the stairs. And he's lucky because Unique almost seen him. And Unique thought it was weird that the door closed, as soon as he came up. Now, Jukebox is walking and Burke finds her. Burke pulls up on her. She's questioning Juke. She's like, how did you know somebody was gonna get hurt? And Juke says, yo, just calm down. I was just warning you that there was a chance that Unique's crew was gonna retaliate. I mean, you busted one of their shipments. At this point, Burke just wants answers. Her partner got shot and she wants to find out who did it. They're searching Jukebox's bag and stuff, and Garcia didn't find anything. But then Garcia's looking in the front part of the bag, and he finds the little letter from Nicole, and he says, what's this? And Juke says, that don't got nothing to do with you. Garcia says, should we open it? And Burke says, no. And, they leave. Now it's hot on these streets. We see cops everywhere still. And we see Jessica, Famous, and Lou pull up at a corner. And somebody that pulls up next to them are blasting Famous and Jukebox song. And Famous is like, yo, they're playing my shit. And Jessica and Famous are hype. Lou doesn't really have shit to say. He's just sitting there. But they're hype as hell. Like, yo, they're playing our song. See Rock go up to her apartment, and she has a whole bunch of drugs. They're trying to plan for when the cops come up there and raid the apartment and stuff, because the cops are checking everybody. If a cop gets popped like this, they gotta check every apartment, they gotta check every street, they just gotta check everything. Then Kanan is in the back room and he hears somebody coming in. He's getting scared, so he picks up a hammer, but it's only Juke that comes in there. Now him and Juke are talking and she's saying, man, I know you shook. I can see it all over your face. And she's like, man, you keep messing up over and over again. And Kanan's like, what? And she said, yeah, you mess up, but it's okay because you're a kid. You're supposed to mess up as a kid and then you keep doing it all over again. And, they're pretty much talking about this life they're living is messed up and stuff. And they're just there for each other. That's why it's so hard to believe Kanan kills Jukebox later on, man. It's just so hard to believe because their relationship is so close. Now we see Jessica and Famous dropping Lou off, and Lou's getting ready to go up and see Rock. We see Marvin driving and he gets stopped by the police because there's a roadblock, and they make him stay there while they check him out. They run his license and stuff, and something comes back. He has a warrant, so they tell him to get out of the car, and he's like, yo, chill out, I'm getting out of the car slowly. And they grab him and slam him on the hood and stuff, just like how cops treat us black folks these days. They always want to treat us black folks horribly. Now we see Rock and Lou talking, and Lou is mad. He's like, yo, Rock, what are you doing? He doesn't understand why she's doing what she's doing. He doesn't understand her plan. She told Lou that Kanan did it, but she didn't tell Lou that Kanan did it because, he was Kanan's father. But Lou is basically telling her that she lost her mind, and he's saying that he can't do this shit no more. He's crying and everything, and he's like, yo, after this, I'm done. And Rock says, you ain't never done. You in it for life. He said, you never leaving this business. And it sounded like she was threatening him, and that's even what he said. He said, are you threatening me? And she's like, no, I ain't threatening you. I'm just telling you how it is. Like, once you're in it, and we're family. Family's everything. Now the cops are coming upstairs and they raid the apartment that's below them. And they didn't find nothing, of course. And then the apartment below paged Rock and them and told them that the police was coming up, that they was done with their apartment. So Rock and everybody start putting all the drugs down the chute. They made a little chute underneath the stove. And the people in the apartment below grab all the drugs and put it in a garbage bag. Now next we see the cops go into Juliana's store and they're asking questions. They're looking around, and Garcia says, what's back there? He's looking at the little door with the locks and stuff where Kanan is at. And Juliana tells them what she knows. She says, look, I don't know nothing. I just seen the man with the jacket and stuff, and they want the tape. She gives them the tape, and then they said they're gonna be back later to check some more stuff out. Now we see the cops come into Rock's apartment, and she's cooking, making everything look normal. She put a robe over her dress and everything to make things look cool, and Lou's just sitting there. They ask what's up with Lou, and she said, a car accident. I'm lucky he's still here. And she grabs his hand and stuff. She's just playing it off nice. And, they said, oh, so you just moved in, right? And Rock says, yeah, just recently. So they leave her alone. They're like, I'll let you get on with your night. And then we see Marvin at the police station, and he's talking shit to the cops as they process him and stuff, as they're taking his stuff. And somebody's trying to page him, and of course it's Rock. And they're like, oh, that looks pretty important. Then we see Rock, she's trying to get a hold of Marvin. She can't get a hold of him because he's about to be in jail. So she calls somebody else, which is no other than Symphony. And I knew it was him at this scene. I just knew it. She said, look, I'm calling you because I have nobody else to turn to. Then we see Unique with his baby mama and his kid. They're getting ready to leave. He finds the jacket in his closet, and he's looking like, what the hell? He don't know what to do. And then the cops bust in and they put him on the ground. They're arresting him. And he's like, yo, I didn't do that. I got 10 people that can vouch for me and stuff, but they ain't listening. Now we see Symphony go to get Kanan. He goes in the back room and he takes Kanan outside. Jukebox follows, and Kanan says bye to Jukebox and stuff, and they're driving away. Kanan and Symphony are going out of town. Then we see Marvin going into the police station, And Tony's passing him. And Marvin's like, oh, so that's your confidential informant, huh? She'll do whatever for an 8-ball, maybe less. And he's just cracking on her. And she's like, yo, F you, Marvin. So he's just sitting there laughing. Now we see Lou, Jessica picked him up, and she's trying to tell him that he's better than all this, that he needs to leave the streets and stuff, and he has his music label, he can just do that. And he's like, yo, just shut up and drive. Then we see Rock on the roof, and she's looking around. You know, she's thinking she's the shit because everything's going her way. We see Jukebox on the bed, and she's looking at the note Nicole gave her. See Juliana telling the cops more, saying that she only seen the guy's jacket and not the face. You know, the jacket that said Unique on it. Then we see Symphony driving Kanan out of town. He's sleeping, and we see Maryland. They're going to Maryland. Then we see Burke waiting in Howard's room, and he wakes up. You know, she's freaking out. She calls them in there saying he's awake, and then she's asking him who shot him. And it seems like he's about to say something, but we don't know what he said. And I bet he says Unique, because he's not going to snitch on his son. Now, we see Rock still on the roof, and she's walking back in. And we hear 50 Cent saying, in this game, you can't trust nobody, not even your own mama. And that's the end of the episode. Like I said, it was a solid finale. It wasn't my all-time favorite power finale, though, but it was good. I can't even wait till season 2 now, man. They left us with so many questions, you know, so many unanswered questions. I don't know what to do, but I seriously can't wait for season 2. Let me know what you guys think. Comment your thoughts down below on the season finale. What are your theories, thoughts, predictions, and everything else for season 2? I'll give this episode an 8 out of 10. But yeah, comment your thoughts down below. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all Power Book 3 Raising Kanan content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.